G'day everybody, my name's Pierre and this is Simple Home Brew. Today I'm doing a quick video on how I set up my video, or what I use to video with. So I hope you're interested. If you are, stick around. So what I've got, guys, is my camera system's changing and evolving slowly but surely. I've been doing this videoing for about 2.5 years now, and I feel that I am getting better at it. I have a couple of cameras to show you. This is my Samsung Galaxy, no it's not, it's a Samsung NX300. This camera is the second one of these I bought. I bought two of them. I bought a NX300 white one, which is in better condition, which I use a lot more for walking around, taking photos and everything else. All the photos you see are done with that camera. Here it is. So I've set that up on the tripod. This here is the NX300 as well as this one, but this is a brown version. I got this one because I wanted to video in 1080p with a proper camera so I can get a clear video. So you can see this video and what you're watching through now is nice and clear. So it did work and it was pretty good. The quality is not bad. They're nearly a 10-year-old camera, so they're doing really well. It's 1080p at 24 frames per second at shutter speed 1 in 48, something like that, 1 to 48. So I'm ecstatic about how good the quality did come out. You may have noticed that in the past, my cameras did flicker, when pulsate when they were focusing. So there was a focus pulsate that these did that I had to stop. So that really caused me to slow my videoing down when I was brewing. So I'd have to stop, set a tripod up. I'll put a video up showing you this. Set a tripod up, walk up to the camera, get the camera, manually focus it to the tripod, go back to the tripod, move it, stand in the same position and talk to you. So sometimes you would see in my videos that I'm a little bit out of focus. And that was annoying because the camera would shut down when I'm finished, or it'll turn off while I'm doing it, and I'll have to go and do the whole process again and again and again. So it was time consuming. It did take a long time to video, and I did get a little bit disgruntled for videoing. I really do love videoing. So I decided that I wanted to up my video recording ability, so I bought a GoPro Hero 8. Now the GoPro Hero 8 has been used in a few videos I've done now, and as you may notice, it isn't bad. They're a pretty good quality video, so if you don't mind, I like it. But I was hoping to use it as my main recording video, but it wasn't sort of practical to do. So as you can see, most of the time I do a lot of videoing. So my GoPro mounts are over here, one on this stand here, one over here. It's just a GoPro mount, and I do most of them on GoPro, which you have seen. It seems to be sufficient enough, except every now and again you get glare from the lights. If you don't clean your lenses, you get a glare that you don't notice until you go to upload the video and you think, I didn't clean the lenses. You get reflection, refraction. You get a whole lot of crap happening, and you've got to make sure they're set on, because I'm using LED lights for lighting, and they're cheap LED lighting. These lights up here, you can't see them, that green one over here, that is a cheap, what is it, where did I get it from? I got it from Bunnings. It was a cheap Bunnings one, 40 bucks each I think they were, and they do light up well, and they're really good, and they're LED and they work well. They've got USB ports in them for charging my cameras as I'm using them, so that's a real benefit of them. But the problem is they pulsate, and all the LED lights in here pulsate at around about the same pulse rate, which I think ours is 50 Hertz in Australia. Off memory, I think the lights are 50 Hertz and they still run off 50 Hertz. So when you video in 25 frames, now when you video in 50 frames per second or 60, you will get flickering. And this is what I didn't know when I first started, and I did a whole video and it took me hours to do, to find that I had flickering all the way through my video. And you'll see videos of me as I talk about what problems you get. So that was another issue I had to get through. So the best setting I have on my cameras, and that I've noticed works really well, is 24 frames at 48 shutter speed. So double the shutter speed, but don't, if you go 50 frames, you have to be, if you go 25 frames per second, you have to have 50 shutter speed. You have to be at 50 points of shutter speed, double basically, and it works. It stops that flickering. As you can see, the TV's not flickering. I'm running at 25 frames per second with my shutter speed at 50. So I had to learn that as I went, and it took me a long time. So LED lights are great. You can change the color of them if you get the good quality ones. I pretty much got most of my stuff as cheap as I could get it. So from that, I decided that I need a decent camera, something that will last me years and that I could use for a long time. And I was watching Gash Slug, or the Homebrew Network. This bloke has been brewing longer than I can remember, as long as Craig Tube, and I've been watching his channel for a long time, and was his birthday just recently, and I was going to send him a video, but I never got a chance to because of work and other commitments, but I didn't do it. So I saw his camera and I thought, gee, that's a good video quality, and that would have been about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I thought, I wonder what he's using. So I went through his description and found that he's using a Canon EOS M50. Canon M50 is going to be obsolete soon, and we're going to a Canon EOS M50 Mark II, which will have more features, no doubt. These are 4K cameras. I'll never use the 4K version of it because I don't need to. I get pretty good video without doing that. So I looked at it and thought, I'm going to research this camera. So I did a lot of research trying to find out how good this was, and it won awards. It's been around for 2 years, 2.5, 3 years now. And it's been one of the best cameras out there for vloggers and people who do exactly what I do. So I bought it. I saved my money and I bought it. So I had money in the bank, but I had to keep saving, and I have been getting payments from YouTube. And YouTube, in the 2.5 years I've been doing this, I've made about $240. So it's not a great deal. And out of that, I added that to my savings account, and that's part of how I bought this camera. And now I'm happy to say that this is going to be my brew camera, the camera for my brew shed and my normal way of life. And I hope you guys enjoy the difference. I also should say that I use a Rode Video Go, and I used to plug this into my GoPro camera with an adapter, which was iffy. Sometimes I'd have distortion and bad sound, so you might find in my videos in the past that you'll hear really clean video audio, and then it will go like echoey and sound like I'm in a shed, which I am, because I lost the audio. Somehow it just stopped, so I had to blend it. So this is just the problems you get making videos when you're brewing. Now I really enjoy brewing, and I really enjoy filming. So if you guys got something out of this, let me know, and give me a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions about how I am filming stuff and how I intend to do it in the future, give me a comment down below. Ask me the question. I'll answer it. I answer all questions down there if I can. And a lot of questions I don't, because like I said, I'm amateur. I'm learning as I go, and I've only been doing this for 2.5 years, so I've got a long time. An apprenticeship goes for 4, and you only just started once you finish your 4th year apprenticeship. So bear with me, enjoy. I hope you are enjoying my videos, and I hope they're working for you. Yeah, so thank you for watching, thanks for subscribing. Pop a comment down below, say hi, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Apparently that gives me a lot of views when you do it. So if more thumbs up I get, the more I get people watching my videos, and that's what I want. Anyway, we'll see you soon, guys. Catch ya.